but the first time on the I Can't Live Without My radio show, Looking My Way by Lanaya Taylor.
Ooh yeah, yeah, ooh yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody looking my way, they do not see me for me. Everybody looking my way, they do not see me for me. Everybody looking my way, they do not see me for me. Everybody looking my way, everybody looking my way, everybody looking my way, they do not see me for me. Everybody looking my way, they do not see me for me. Everybody looking my way, they do not see me for me. Everybody looking my way, everybody looking my way. We all got 100 excuses when it's the back on the line and you losing. Picking and choosing, don't know no snoozing. I'm a beast, don't know no bruising. Maybe mentally, not physically. I am the one who you aim to be. Dodging darts in that same degree. Y'all really be bringing the fame to me. Some of y'all glitches are fake. I don't need friends, they get in the way. The way of my money, the way of my time, the way that I grind, there's no more to say. No, I did not gonna play. She liking the way that I sway. He liking the way that I'm rocking. I'ma make sure they know to obey. Everybody looking my way, they do not see me for me. Everybody looking my way, they do not see me for me. Everybody looking my way, they do not see me for me. Everybody looking my way, everybody looking my way. Walk up on the scene, they say hold up, I rewind it. Walk up on the scene, they say hold up, now they blinded. Yeah, keep in mind that always first, never second, like a side chick. Better get your mind checked, yeah. This is how they made me. Class with a little bit of crazy, like Madonna from the 80s. I don't care what y'all say, please. Stay in your place, make sure to stay in your lane. You not a queen, you not a boss. You could get lost, you is a lame, yeah. Everybody looking my way, they do not see me for me. Everybody looking my way, they do not see me for me. Everybody looking my way, they do not see me for me. Everybody looking my way, everybody looking my way, everybody looking my way, they do not see me for me. Everybody looking my way, they do not see me for me. Everybody looking my way, they do not see me for me. Everybody looking my way, everybody looking my way.
Deaf Poetry, thank you so much. From Atlanta, Georgia. Yes, sir. Please give a warm Deaf Poetry welcome to Tommy Bottom.
All right. Now, lyrically, my game is nice. I can steal a rhyme without your mind and sell it back to you for half price. I might even do it twice. Cause see, I spit precise, powerfully poem paragraphs that penetrate the pituitary gland and make your mind expand. Make you understand there's a very short hop between slinging rock and trading stock. See, this basic economics. Buy low, sell high. Your price determines where demand meets supply. See, most of us don't want to admit it or even hear it, but see, being a drug dealer is the epitome of the entrepreneurial spirit. See, capitalism breeds capitalists. So if there's demand for a product, best believe somebody going to supply it. See, they got the right mind, just the wrong grind. Cause see, really, even Eli Lilly sell drugs of all kinds. We don't have to worry about packing knives who's tapping their phone line because they got politics and public opinion on their side. See, the only way to survive in this society is to have a hustle mentality. See, as long as you're working for your money's not working for you, you'll forever be a slave. Bill Gates did not stack all that cake just sitting around waiting for a promotion to raise it. Now he got the whole game on lock and he ain't worried about prison time. So you can flip a 16th into an ounce and an ounce into a key, and it seems to be no reason to me you can't exert the same amount of energy in learning to hustle the Dow Jones Industrial. So you need to be fucking with that NASDAQ, leave that crack alone. Or you could just invest in duplex, home, and rent to 2 different tenants and use the rent money to pay off the loan half the time. Or you could continue to grind and hustle them drugs in the streets. But Pete, ain't about what you got, it's about what you can keep. You see, when that task force sweep, best believe they're taking the cars, the rims, the beats, the cash, the crib, and the platinum Jesus piece. End up getting sentenced to a 10-piece and get released and try to look for peace, but you can't get you a piece because that felony on your record got you marked as a beast. You got to go back to the streets so you can cop you a piece, so you can take you a piece. That's why the streets don't see peace. So that just went into many vicious cycles to compromise the struggle. Now, understand we can't all do it like Dr. Heathcliff Huxtable, so don't stop hustling, just change your hustle. See, America is designed for to get rich. There's a million and one ways for to get paid off in this bitch, and most of them is legit. Just find a market you want to target, produce a service and or a product, and your revenues minus your expenses is going to equal your profits. See, it's just basic economics. As long as you have the haves, you will always have the have-nots. So it's up to you to decide whether or not you're happy with what you got. And if not, you got to concoct a plot that's going to raise the stock and be willing to hustle and grind from sunrise to sun drop. Because believe me, ejaculation is the only thing that comes easy. And too many cats have played a lottery, think the stock market is too risky. And now I know I spit this poem with a whole lot of ebonics, but it don't matter who say it or how it's been said. It's still just basic economics.
New York.
Yeah. Hello.
That gangbang stuff not in me. I'm getting some money. Stiggz Stigalo, a.k.a. chasing money. That's my game.
Being dead broke is the root of all evil. When you got this money, you can do a lot with it. When you ain't got no money, you can't do nothing. You thinking of ways to get it. People will rob for this money, kill for this money, steal for this money, scam for this money, script for this money, sell dope and take drip for this money. But when they ain't got it, they'll come kill you about their money. Nigga, set your ass up in the motherfucking jail about this money. Nigga, snitch on you about some money. So why we take money so motherfucking lightly? You got the value of dollar, but you gotta understand it ain't gonna never stay in your pocket. It gonna go from your pocket to his pocket to her motherfucking wallet.
It ain't no grind if it don't make sense. It ain't no grind if it don't make sense. It ain't no grind if it don't make sense. It ain't no grind if it don't make sense. It ain't no grind if it don't make sense. How you gonna eat? How you paying your rent? Where you gonna sleep? You sleeping on the tent? You living on the street? You sleeping on the bench? I'm on the inside with the outside scent. Now I'm on the inside, now we're outside mix.
Said I'm on the inside with the outside scent. Now I'm on the inside, now we're outside mix.
Cause I don't so dimes, I don't so nicks. Plug with the plug, cause my man so bricks. With the water town with the OT trip. We made a bad slave with the OT flip. I don't so music, so CDs, sold a bunch of movies, DVDs, and Goodman Plaza. We all made cheese to securities, to call the police. I done posted up at the hot dog cart. All beef dogs with the meat sauce mark. I can bring it back, come again, restart. But now I got a maze for celebrity tart. Old school tab with the mockery sharp. Down to the dawn, in the water we sharks. Old school tab with the mockery sharp. We can rock it anywhere in the Mars car art. You can pump blood through a vein like heart. Don't let the bull fly, bull's eye that starts. It's in the parking lot, in the car we park. With the music turned up, just how we spark. Holding up tree with the backwood bark. Pocket full of vapes and they all smart cars. Separate days from the light like dark. And we bring green back like the month of March. It ain't no grind if it don't make sense. It ain't no grind if it don't make sense. It ain't no grind if it don't make sense. It ain't no grind if it don't make sense. You can put my pay on PayPal. You can put my cash on Cash App. You can put my coin on Bitcoin. Listen, I just want my cash back. I'ma put my pack in that trap, and I'ma give my partner half that. Get the debit card to the register until the cashier want cash back. You can put my pay on PayPal. You can put my cash on Cash App. You can put my coin on Bitcoin. Listen, I just want my cash back. I'ma put my pack in that trap, and I'ma give my partner half that. Take the debit card to the register until the cashier want cash back.
You supposed to have more than you show and speak less than you know about this money. Cause once people know about this money, they gon' come get this money. And if you don't give it, they gon' take this money. And if you still in their way about this money, they gon' kill you about this money.
Ain't no grind if it don't make sense. It ain't no grind if it don't make sense.
Yes, 1 2 1 2. I'm your host, Stiggz Stigalo, aka Stigalo Swag Mode. You are in tune for another phenomenal version of Orisha Street Hop in the Morning. That's Orisha Street Hop in the Morning. Black, you just been blacktivated. I'm also known as Afundayo, Adewale, The Crown Comes Home, and Morals Bring Me Joy. Every day. Also, let me give a quick shout out to my brother Sunday Great, who's here today with me on this terrific Tuesday to help get this point across. We gonna get into some building today. We're gonna talk about my project. We're gonna move forward as we do each and every day. let me give the word, a phrase of the day, and it's just gonna be simple as this. Don't count yourself out. Always count yourself in, don't count yourself out. When they talk about believe in yourself, forget the word believe, no. You got to know and understand what your value is, what you bring to the table, what your capabilities are. So bet on you, count on you. Do not count yourself out. That's the phrase of the day. Okay. So we're gonna get right into it. How you feeling, my G?
Man, 2 hands and foot on my soul, and I'm happy to be. I'm ecstatic to be here again. Just making sure that people recognize your skill, your talent. You know what I'm saying, the work you put in and who you are. I'm happy to be the correspondent that corresponds with the rest of the folk. You know what I'm saying? And salute to you every day. You know what it is, man. And I'm getting ready for these shows, man. My Born Day tomorrow. My Born Day show on the 29th at Auburn, okay. 254 Auburn Ave, Pals Lounge, 9 to 2. And then we got the 19th of February with a Malcolm X tribute at the Unity Cafe, 640 West Evans Street in Atlanta in the West End. And then we got the Conscious Sauce series, where we got conscious artists and we got sauce artists, and they're gonna compete with the sauce, compete with the conscious for a $500 cash prize on each side. 4 events, and the winner of that is gonna be a feature at the Sweet Auburn Fest at Pals Lounge on the 7th of May. Man, we busy over here, and listen, I might have to come like kidnap you, bro. I might just get in the whip, come all the way up to New York, all the way up to the top state, grab you up, B.A. Baracus your ass, bring you down, and put you on that stage, bro. Put you on one of these stages, man. Yeah.
Let's go. That's phenomenal. That's right. We here making moves. Shout out to Baba Obaba Jumi. Shout out to Baba Kokai Sarai, Egbe Elegun, Knowledge Born, Dula Knowledge Radio, my man Felton Pross, Amen Patai, Shabaka Muasa, Media Movement, all those who are positive and giving back to the neighborhoods. Shout out to the superheroes of the neighborhoods that are inspiration to family and children. Just got to set the tone.
Yeah. Hey,
you can check out my project. Today we're going to build about my project, Frequency 3333, The Antidote. We're going to go through the project. We're going to talk about song by song, what it's about, why I made it. You know, as far as we could go into it, and I inspire you to go check the project out. It's out on all streaming platforms. That's called Frequency 3333, The Antidote by Stiggz Stigalo. Organized and DJ by DJ 99. You know what I mean?
Butters. So now,
if you just tuning into the show,
welcome.
So check this out. If you just tuning in, I want you to go to the beginning, rewind back to the beginning of the show, and check that first video that come on. It's called "Looking My Way." "Looking My Way" by Lanaya Taylor. That's my muma. That's her video. She did that when she was like 15, a year or two ago, maybe 14. You can check the date on it. She wrote all her lyrics. I ain't help her with nothing except for the beat, picking the beat, helping, see if she want to ride the beat. And it's that vibe, it's that energy. It's something that your youth could rock to, adults as well. Everybody looking my way, but they don't see me for me. So I want y'all to definitely check that out and share with your families and I encourage always to support the youth.
That was her concept,
and that's on my project too. My project ends with that song.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Hey, listen, it's reaching for the ones who ain't where you at, to pull you where you at. That makes sure that we have the numbers to keep us moving forward. And again, that is an example of your character, an example of your mission, and the fact that you got youth around you who got skill and talent like that, and you making sure that they happening. It is a salute to you for that. You know what I'm saying? That shit was, and she picked the concept. That was her concept too.
That was totally her concept.
Wow.
The whole nine. It was all her. You know what I'm saying? I didn't help with one bar at all. And
wow.
For me, I you know, I was in the studio with her. I even tried to help with her delivery in the studio, and she didn't listen to me, and I'm glad on that
Right,
because
right,
it came out
right.
right. You know what I'm saying? She knew her vision, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm appreciative of seeing what she do with music, what she's able to do with writing, and also able to see where her thought process and mind is. That's real important, you know what I mean? It wasn't about the ratchet stuff that a lot of the other youth may be spitting right now because they think that's the way, you know what I'm saying? It's just through that confusion. So when I'm able to hear her lyrics or hear how she's spitting, I get to peek into her mind frame, what she's thinking, you know what I mean? And remind her that she's a superhero for the world. You're doing music, you got to give back. And then you give back through your message and your music and still make it swaggy so people want to rock to it. You know what I mean? It's part of the antidote. So I'm real appreciative and thankful to see that style of growth and development in, you know, in the young lady, especially for the sisters. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right.
So that being the case, what is your mission? What is your mission specifically and in general for this project, Frequency 3333? What was the mission when you sat down and said, I'm gonna write something, I'm gonna do it? What was the specific one and what was the general? Because most people have this, you know what I'm saying? Most people have an idea like, okay, generally I just want to do this, but I really want to hit this demographic and I want to make sure this happens. What was that for you for this album?
Well, I didn't name the project until it was over. Actually, so I was just really making songs, making tracks. And each song I made, I'm definitely interested in making sure it has balance. You know, I'm very critical of finding a way to balance to get my point across. So, and the points of my mission is family, community, nation building, and being able to reach the people that people forgot about, the people that people look over, look past, give inspiration to our neighborhoods, to people that are on the ground level in the trenches. You know, we call them everyday people. Those people that may not know their potential. Let them know that, yo, you got more potential than you know. Let them know that you are divine, you are great, you are appreciated, you are loved, you are melanated, you are an African, not an Africant.
Right.
And that's my joint, to give healing, giving a frequency, you know, down so that they could download the music and it changes their life. An example of life changing is Zulu Nation. I look at the old Zulu Nation, and the goal for them was to bring gangs together. So the original Zulu had a whole bunch of gang members, or ex-gang members. Now you see how they ended up becoming a unified nation culture, connected back to home, the continent, with Zulu. So that's warrior. So when we see them, when we look back to that, now we see antidote for our neighborhoods. Not saying everybody was perfect, not saying it was like that. What I'm saying is you still see the foundation for unification when we're able to still speak about it to this day. You know, of African men and women that utilize music as a sound to unify everybody and move as a unit. Powerful. Stop bringing people together. I mean, starting to bring people together, not stopping. Starting to bring people together and stopping the violence as much. You know,
man.
So I look at them as you know.
I want to speak with
example.
you. I want to speak with you on the building aspect a little bit later. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I mean. And I want to get into the specific reason why it's 3333 a little bit later. But let's go to the next song that you got. So we seen that one. You said that was the last one on the track. So what's the first song on your body of work? And break it down, bro. You got a minute. Break it down. Go.
Okay, no doubt. Well, the first track is my intro. And I'd like to take the time to say rest in power, my man Ja Bird, aka Rashad Bird. Rest in power, my man was he just passed this past October. And you know, it still kind of touched me real. That's my right hand, my best friend. And he was killed. So the first song means a lot because when I wrote that song, I had him in mind. It's spaces in that song that he's the inspiration.
Right.
I start the lyrics out with, for those who had no clothes in life and chose to make it through. And you ain't quite had enough to eat, but chose to make it do. And you chose to split that with your fam, even though it's just enough for you. It says just enough for one, even though it's just, and now it's just enough for two. That's that break me off a piece, because all I need is enough to chew. Because when we make it out these streets, we all gonna eat the attitude. Hold on.
Wow.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Don't stop. Yeah, we hear you. Yeah. You froze on us? Oh, you froze. Lyrics was ridiculous. We hear you. You back.
For those who had no clothes in life, chose to make it through. You ain't quite had enough to eat, chose to make it do. And you chose to split that with your fam. It's just enough for you. I'm saying it's just enough for one, and now it's just enough for two. That's that break me off a piece, because all I need is enough to chew. Because when we make it out these streets, we all gonna eat the attitude. The space of, that's that break me off a piece, because all I need is enough to chew, is literally talking about my guy, Ja. Because as we ran the streets together, all of my dirt that I did, he was there. We were together. Any type of hustling we did, we was in the houses, broke together, on the block together, starving together. You know what I'm saying? It's them days of break me off a piece. You getting half of everything I got. I don't care if it's a steak sub or a hot pocket from the Arabs from the corner store. We standing out here all day. You know what I mean? All I need is just enough for chew. Because when we make it out the streets, we all gonna eat the attitude. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's the tight bond and the inspiration for track number one. Also my families that I've been with and around, that the children, the youth might not have had everything. And I know we are all aware of what it feels like to go to school and not have the best of clothes. That blocks the education. You know what I'm saying? That makes it kind of harder to think when the other youth are picking on you for what you don't have. You know what I'm saying? For those who had no clothes in life and chose to make it through, and you ain't quite had enough to eat, but chose to make it do, and you chose to split that with your fam, it's just enough for you. You know what I'm saying? The concept of sharing. So that's the first spice I put into the antidote. The first track, that bond, that type, hey, like, yo, we might not have it all. We might not have the best. We got each other. And then as long as the grind together, the whole joint is we all gonna eat. Break me off a piece.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's track number one. Break me off a piece. I'm coming into the game of hip hop. This is the first seasoning for the antidote. You know how the KFC, that white guy got what? Did they say 13 herbs and spices? You know what I mean? Well, I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm giving a fingerprint of God with 9 spices, 9 elements. You know what I mean? This is where 9 come in. You know what I mean? Okay. That's what this is about. Okay. I'm giving you 9 of them. So the first one is that break me off a piece, number 1. The second track.
Oh, let's give him that work, man. Let's give him that work, man. Let him hit the track. You know what I'm saying? Let's hit the track and get that vlat going on. Let's give him that vlat.
Okay, let's go.
Vlat.
Yeah, Bible gonna play the joint.
Bang that joint out. I want to, man. And again, people, you got it. You know what it is. Frequency. Antidote. Stiggz Stigalo.
Stiggz Stigalo.
On the Los Angeles niggers.
Oh, niggas bustin'. Niggas bustin'. That's why you can't have shit. That's why you can't have shit now. Look at this shit. Ron report live. Niggas are shooting. God damn. What's up, bro? Crazy. Oh, he bustin' too. Yo, this is... Yo. Oh, they hit each other. Oh, shit. I done came out to the wrong spot on New Year's. She running, his titties out. It's crazy as hell. I smell Chinese food. God damn. I smell Chinese food, titties out, it's nuts. God damn. Did you think for no reason? Oh, they still shooting. Everybody duck. Y'all better duck. Niggas shooting like crazy.
For those who had no clothes in life, chose to make it through. And you ain't quite had enough to eat, but chose to make it do. And you chose to split that with your family. It's just enough for you, even though it's just enough for one, and so you're just enough for two. That's that break me off a piece, cause all I need's enough to chew. So when we make it out these streets, we all gon' eat the aptitude. Now let's get them 5 sticks and shish kebab enough to spew. No, let's get this 5 lit, cause 5 sticks is just review. If we gon' fry this fish, apply the grits, it's just for you. I mean, if we gon' grind the flip, apply the grit, it's just the glue. Then let's address the fact that we don't slack, adjust your shoes. In his dresser, in his hat, from sag to slacks, adjust your view. See, if it's less than 4 or more than 2, it's just a few. And if it's 4 or more, we ain't at war, it's just a crew. Now you can get involved and problem solve, it's up to you. Or you can sit and watch them preach for mercy, it's just a few.
Ain't nobody care about you. Your homies don't give a damn about you. Why is that? Yeah, they homies on the street. But when it's time to come in here and pay that bill, ain't nobody in there with your mother. Your mother in here by herself, putting her little pennies, her nickels, her dimes, and her hard-earned dollars here to put you arrest for some foolishness. Think that over, man. Think it over. To be down for what, man?
If I could write this shit in fire, I would write this shit in fire. This is a war crime.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah.
If we gon' fry this fist, apply the grits, it's just for you. I mean, if we gon' grind the flip, apply the grit, it's just the glue. No, I mean, that's the intro.
That's it. And that's just the intro, y'all. Ooh,
yes,
I got the
break me off a piece. That's the intro. Also, the beginning of that is a shootout actually happened. That happened in my town, Rochester, New York. At during New Year's. On New Year's. And the thing about that, I utilized that as an intro because I was just pointing out the fact of how desensitized we are to this violence that was going on, because that shootout was going on for a while. And the brother who was commentating went into news reporter mode. You know what I mean? And when you listen to the project, you'll hear his voice through the project. All right. So there's spaces where he comes in and out. He basically hosts the whole project. And it's that shootout that he's doing his reporter on that I use splice through because of how desensitized we are. And there's a space in there, just to give you a spoiler alert, where at the end of the project, he says in his car, when he makes it back to his car with his man who he's looking for, he was like, yo, he said he missed the hood shit. You know what I'm saying? He said he'd been away from the hood so long. He said, but yo, he missed the hood shit. So it sounds to me like he maybe went going away to college, school, or whatever, because you could hear his excitement during the process of what was going on, no matter how dangerous it was. So I wanted to really highlight the psychology of where we are as a people, where, even for our people that we'll think that are accomplished in a certain way. Finding there's an attraction to this bullshit.
Yeah.
Like
Every time I
magnetized.
think I'm out, they keep pulling me back in. They keep pulling me back in. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Reading, Pennsylvania, and in Reading, Pennsylvania, I said this on another. At points in time, it's the official murder capital of PA. But I got so desensitized to sirens and gunshots that when I don't hear them, I'm not comfortable. And I know that whenever I go into a city, I know, like if I'm house hunting or I'm apartment hunting, you mean property hunting or something like that, if I feel comfortable, it's the hood. I don't feel comfortable outside of the hood. So I know instinctively, like I don't even have to, because in the daytime it look one way, but at nighttime, you know what it is, right? So if I feel comfortable in the daytime, I know at nighttime something's popping off over here, just instinctively. But to qualify your statement, we are all traumatized that way to the point where we just now used to it. And now we crave it. You know what I'm saying? We crave it. You know what I mean? So that's amazing. And the science that you put in just on the intro, we didn't even get to the rest of that. Just the intro, the science and the thought pattern you put in is not really being done by the artist anymore. Salute to you for that. What's the next track, brother? What's the next track?
All right, so the next track that goes into Crown Me King, so the concept of, right, break me off a piece. So like, okay, all right, break me off a piece. We've been desensitized. How are we making a difference? And just to not to belabor on the first track, as I was saying, if we gonna fry the fish, supply the grits. It's just for you. I mean, if we gonna grind and flip, apply the grit. It's just the glue, which means, hey, that break me off a piece. Now we got to put in some work, and that goes into Crown Me King. And now, when I say Crown Me King, it's not about just me saying myself. It's about you saying for yourself, or even the sister saying for herself. You know, Crown Me King. Because we have to make it now. The action is okay. What is the action? What does a king do? Everybody want a crown. Everybody want to be wear a crown. However, a king's not only gives inspiration to the people. When equality deals with the issues that are going on in the kingdom. That's where the antidote comes in. So the project is, I'm saying Crown Me King, so because I'm coming to give antidotes for the people as well as inspiration. You see what I'm saying? And my antidote, right? I'm saying, okay, first then we got to look out for the babies. So in the video, what you see is right here in the Rock, Rochester, New York, you see a 9-year-old girl getting maced by the police.
Right.
See what I'm saying? They getting maced by the police. A 9-year-old girl who it really was bringing me to tears to watch it because I hear her calling for her dad. You know what I'm saying? She calling for her dad. Her dad not there. She getting maced by the police. You know?
Wow, yo, that's cool. Man, listen, I feel you. You know what I mean? I have 5 daughters, so I know how that feels. You know what I mean? And it's a horrible situation for any of us to not be there for our youth. Them. And he started out the video. You seen the video before? He started out the video rocking. There you go. He coming back. You started out that video rocking that joint. And I remember the first time I seen the video, and I seen that, like you started with that. I was like, wow, this shit is good. This shit powerful right here. This shit is powerful right here because, you know what I mean? We ain't just glossing over it and partying over it. What you did was, in the midst of everybody jumping around and having fun, and say, hey, yo, outside we getting beat up. Outside we getting maced. Outside we getting tased. Outside we getting killed. When you walk out this door, that could be you. And every child is yours. So feel that. You know what I'm saying? Feel that.
Nine-year-old girl got maced by the police. Word. Man.
Get in the car. I don't care what you demand.
Come on, man. Look at it. This is a little girl. She 9 years old. Don't nobody feel no type of way. You got Why these people running around with stimulus checks acting like ain't nothing going on? Where the gangsters at?
I go. I go. I go. Agobi. 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 Ile mokyo, ile mokyo, ile mokyo. Yeshua mokyo, Yeshua mokyo, Yeshua mokyo. Oguna mokyo, Oguna mokyo.
I would write this shit in fire. This is a war cry. This is Sankofa, Rwanda, Ethiopia, Zimbabwe, Southside, Chicago, Compton, California, Roosevelt Projects in Brooklyn.
They shoot you back like that. 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 One time for the baby that's black. Two times for the lady that's black. Three times for the way we get back. Four times for the edge could crack. They shoot you back like that. 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 One time for the baby that's black. Two times for the lady that's black. Three times for the way we make stack. Revolution like hate like that. I'm a king with a crown that's facts. She a queen with a crown that's facts. I'm a G, she a G that stacks. I'm a G, she a G that match. From my G's in the back that trap. Be a G, get back, that's tax. See, we a feet who need this facts. And we'll teach TC this facts. So when you see we eat the snacks. If we see deceit, this caps. Be a key to the free that latch. Be a key to a seed that hatch. From my G's in the back that trap. Be a G, flip that, that's racks. See a LLC, get that. And start a business, please, this that. If they shoot you back like that. 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 One time for the baby that's black. Two times for the lady that's black. Three times for the way we get back. Four times for the edge could crack. They shoot you back like that. 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 One time for the baby that's black. Two times for the lady that's black. Three times for the way we make stack. Revolution like Haiti like that. See the crown where it's at, this hat. And we gon' lay it down flat, this mat. Fall asleep where you at, this snap. See an open hand slap, let's smash. While we even at all's mishaps. I'm like even that's all mismatch. Spit this, spit that, spit facts. Kick this, get that, click clack. If they shoot you back like that. 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 One time for the baby that's black. Two times for the lady that's black. Three times for the way we get back. Four times for the edge could crack. They shoot you back like that. 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 One time for the baby that's black. Two times for the lady that's black. Three times for the way we make stack. Revolution like hate like that. For those who came before me, let the legacy live through me. My ancestors giving honor, you dig? Tell them crown me king. Tell them crown me king. Tell them crown me king. I'ma crown me king. They told me do this for the sisters who gotta work that job. She just trying to raise her babies while she goes so hard. Tell her crown me king. Tell her crown me king. Tell her crown me king. I'ma crown me king. It's for the brothers on the struggle locked inside of that cell. Just know I'm trying to free your mind, get you out of that jail. Tell them crown me king. Tell them crown me king. Tell them crown me king. I'ma crown me king. You know the children are the future, teenage boys and girls. Get your money, start a business, then take over the world. Tell them crown me king. Tell them crown me king. Tell them crown me king. I'ma crown me king.
I am the niece of exploitation on a rice and pancake box. Come to collect the royalties for Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben. I am refreshing the bones, a witch, a root worker, a sorceress, a priestess, a gangster.
They shoot you back like that. 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 One time for the baby that's black. Two times for the lady that's black. Three times for the way we get back. Four times for the edge could crack. They shoot you back like that. 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 One time for the baby that's black. Two times for the lady that's black. Three times for the way we make stack. Revolution like Haiti like that.
Action.
Yes.
Action. What's action? Yo! I be hyped, bro. I be hyped listening to that, John. On some real, you know what I'm saying? Because let me say this. I love the fact that the words are going across. If you think you don't hear and understand what they're saying, you read that shit. And as you read it and keep watching the video over and over again, then the imagery they keep putting up there, you know what I mean? It's self-explanatory, even to the simple mind. You know what I'm saying? And that work is ridiculous, bro. You know what I'm saying? The cadence gets you into a almost a trance situation where you just rocking and the beat just rocking and you just following the words, like following the bounce the ball, and you get into it. But what I also like about that particular song, pardon me, I had to go get something to eat. What I like about that song is that you're not afraid to say, you know what I mean, don't just sit here and take this shit. Don't just sit here and take this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? I'm Captain Revolt or die. So the only answer for me in all of this, you mean, no matter what you see me doing or what you see us doing, y'all, is revolt. You're not going to get any type of liberation until you revolt. And spiritually, revolt against the colonial mind. Mentally, revolt against the colonial mind. Physically, revolt against the colonial mind. Economically, revolt against the colonial mind. You know what I'm saying? So you're talking that in the intro and the here, and you get right into the action. You get right into the action. Don't you mean like there's no shit talk at all. You know what I'm saying? I love that, bro. I love that. So I just had to say that, you know what I'm saying? Again, I'm a fan.
I appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? Of proper lyrics, but I'm a fan of yours, so I'm hyped on that shit. So go ahead, man. You give us your take on that shit. Hey, now there's more playing videos, man. I'll be bugging. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. I appreciate that. Well, as I said before, the first piece of the project is Break Me Off a piece, where we're looking at the psychology of desensitization and the wildness going on. So since everybody got all these guns busting and all this shooting going on, right?
Right.
I'm like, all right. I've been seeing there's weapons out here of mass destruction. You know what I mean? Y'all not afraid to use them or be around it. So, okay. I'm like, how can I get their attention? What's really going on? While people are desensitized and distracted by that, they out there attacking our babies. See what I'm saying? This a 9-year-old girl getting maced by the police, and y'all around here shooting up y'all guns and running around here with stimulus checks. You see what I'm saying? That's why I started to join out. But where the gangsters at? Hey, all these gangsters running around, hitting innocent people, doing all kind of what they call quote unquote gangster shit. Where were you at when they running down on our folk? Matter of fact, where you at when they running down on the babies? If you don't care about the brothers and sisters during your age, then where you at for the babies? How about that? See what I'm saying? It's a 9-year-old girl that don't touch you. See what I'm saying? You see the mace? Hear her crying for her dad?
Right.
Okay. I'm like, all right, let me call the gangsters I know. Let me go hit this juju work.
Real gangsta here.
Okay.
Real gangsta around here.
Let me go to my shrines. Let me go get my warriors. And it's a call for those who do our shrine workers and the coaches. Look, you see what's going on. Okay, let me go get the gangsters I know. You know what I mean? Calling my ancestors, calling my warriors. Let's get to it. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And then
what else I saw? Go
ahead.
No, I was gonna say.
Go ahead.
I seen also you were talking about before you made Crown You King, but you were also talking about the sisters, and at the end you got the sister coming in and saying what she's saying in the poetic aspect, but you're repeating that. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing. You know what I'm saying? To show that unification of the king and the queen.
That's
unification of what affects me affects you. What affects you affects me. You know what I'm saying? I am you, you are me, we are one. You know what I'm saying? When you add that 1 to the 2, it becomes 3 automatically. So I love that, man. I love that. You know what I'm saying? Who was that, and what kind of inspired you to put her on there?
I really forgot the sister's name, and I'm ashamed that I forgot her name right now in the moment. However, I saw her doing poetry, and I love what she was saying, and it's way deeper and more than that. I only used what I could, you know what I mean? And it struck me. It struck a chord. It really did. You know, if I could write this shit in fire, I would write this shit in fire. You know what I mean? That right there. If I could write it in fire, I would write it in fire. You know what I mean? She said,
yeah.
I am the niece of black exploitation coming to collect the royalties for Ancient Mama and Uncle Ben.
Ben, what? I felt like Sister Soldier when he said, "We're at war." I was like, "Oh, yeah." That's what every sister need to have that sister in her. At least a quarter. You got to have a quarter of that sister in you. You got to. You see this happening? Got to. I love it, bro. Man, you know what I'm saying?
You know, she went through the hood, the project. She went through. You know what I mean? So it's for me. It hit all the areas of Orisha street hop, or the goal of basically what I'm interested in, making sure everybody could get it. She did that with that poem, and I'm always thinking of the sisters in mind. Always. To let, like you just saying, the balance. So I made sure I started with her, so that now you hear in the hook or chorus, you hear the gunshots, and one time for the baby that's black, two times for the lady that's black, three times for the way we give back. Revolution like Haiti, like that.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm giving, and then I flip it back and forth with the one time for the way we make stacks, but to make sure that, hey, I see we out there making money. Okay, let me keep you in mind of getting your bread. Revolution like Haiti though, and utilizing that as a example of what revolution looks like.
Right. Ooh, can you say that again, brother? Can you say that again? We in church, y'all. Say that one more time, Reverend. What was that?
Yes.
Revolution.
The Haitian Revolution is an example of what revolution looks like. And they use their spiritual work. They use botany, they used guerrilla warfare, they used all that they could and had to beat what was the toughest army at the time, Napoleon army and their friends, and they're running them up out of there.
Yo, let me
so
say this
I'm
too.
saying that we are in that same type of war and fight here where we are.
Yes, we are.
And
yes, we are.
They did that for the babies.
They knew they might not make it, but they know if they don't do it, they ain't gonna make it for sure. They might not make it, but the babies won't make it for sure. You know, and in doing that, they also, to add on to that, they used the same tactics against the French that the French used on them. What if the French killed 100, they killed 200? You know what I'm saying? They went at them like that. And at the end, when they won, they kept their humanity and sent them the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? And I see that in everything that you do. I see that there. I see the character and the moral code is there, but you're not afraid to bring that fire and that heat to the ass of the system, to the ass of the coppers, and to the ass of these crackers who be cracking that whip. You know what I'm saying? For the system and the dogs who work for that system. I see that and hear that in the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? So you got many other songs. So not to shortchange this song at all, but let's walk the line. Let's go, because there's a story. If y'all have been paying attention, understand there's a story in the thing that he's doing. There's a path and is a journey he's taking us on. So we got into the intro, we got into that first one. What's the second one after that?
Okay. Well, before I just leave that, I gotta say this, because you mentioned about balance and the crown be king. You notice in the first 4 bars, what I say is, I'm a king with a crown. That's facts. She a queen with a crown. That's facts. I'm a G, she a G. That's stacks. I'm a G, she a G. That match. For my G's in the back, that trap, be a G, give back. That's tax. Okay? Be a G, give back. That's tax. See, we'll feed who need. That's facts. And we'll teach these seeds. That's facts. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to, you see the consistency of family.
Yes.
Work and family. The balance between like her and I, we warriors together and about taking care of the babies and family. So after that is, what's the next track after that? It ain't no grind if it don't make sense.
That gangbang stuff not in me. I'm getting some money. Stiggz Stigalo, aka chasing money. That's my game.
Being dead broke is the root of all evil. When you got this money, you can do a lot with it. When you ain't got no money, you can't do nothing. You thinking of ways to get it. People will rob for this money, kill for this money, steal for this money, scam for this money, script for this money, sell dope and take trips for this money. But when they ain't got it, they'll come kill you about that money. Nigga, set your ass up in the motherfucking jam about this money. Nigga, snitch on you about some money. So why we take money so motherfucking lightly? You got the value of dollar, but you gotta understand it ain't gonna never stay in your pocket. It gonna go from your pocket to his pocket to her motherfucking wallet.
It ain't no grind if it don't make sense. It ain't no grind if it don't make sense. It ain't no grind if it don't make sense. It ain't no grind if it don't make sense. It ain't no grind if it don't make sense. How you gonna eat? How you paying your rent? Where you gonna sleep? You sleeping on the tent? You living on the street? You sleeping on the bench? I'm on the inside with the outside scent. Now I'm on the inside, now we're outside mix.
Said I'm on the inside with the outside scent. Now I'm on the inside, now we're outside mix.
Cause I don't so dimes, I don't so nicks. Plug with the plug, cause my man so bricks. With the water town with the OT trip. We made a bad steak with the OT flip. I don't so music, so CDs, sold a bunch of movies, DVDs, and Goodman Plaza. We all made cheese to security to call the police. I done posted up at the hot dog cart. All beef dogs with the meat sauce mark. I can bring it back, come again, restart. But now I got a maze for celebrity tart. Old school tab with the mockery sharp. Down to the dawn in the water we sharks. Old school tab with the mockery sharp. We can rock it anywhere in the mouse car art. You can pump blood through a vein like heart. Don't let the bull fly, bull's eye that starts. Just in the parking lot in the car we park. With the music turned up to how we spark. Rolling up tree with the backwood bark. Pocket full of vapes and they all smart cars. Separate day from the light like dark. And we bring green back like the month of March. It ain't no grind if it don't make sense. It ain't no grind if it don't make sense. It ain't no grind if it don't make sense. It ain't no grind if it don't make sense. You can put my pay on PayPal. You can put my cash on Cash App. You can put my coin on Bitcoin. Listen, I just want my cash back. I'ma put my pack in that trap, and I'ma give my partner half that. Take this debit card to the register until the cashier won't cash back. You can put my pay on PayPal. You can put my cash on Cash App. You can put my coin on Bitcoin. Listen, I just want my cash back. I'ma put my pack in that trap, and I'ma give my partner half that. Take this debit card to the register until the cashier won't cash back.
You supposed to have more than you show and speak less than you know about this money. Cause once people know about this money, they gon' come get this money. And if you don't give it, they gon' take this money. And if you still in their way about this money, they gon' kill you about this money.
Yes, yes, it ain't no grind if it don't make sense. Yes, yes, yes. That is the next track. It ain't no grind if it don't make sense. Just to share with you, before that we had Crown Me King. And the reason why that track is there, what I'm bringing in that track is not the finance part. However, it makes sense mentally, makes sense with a mission, makes sense in what you're doing. It's also a campaign. I just said in the line before that, say we a feed who need, for my G's in the back, that trap, give back, that's tax. So are we aware of us hustlers out? You know, we all find ways to go and get it. The point is make your hustle, your grind make sense. let it give back. Family, community, and nation building. You can put my pay on PayPal. You can put my cash on Cash App. You can put my coin on Bitcoin. Listen, I just want my cash back. I'm gonna put my pack in that trap, and I'm gonna give my partner half that. Take this credit card, take this debit card to the register, to the cashier. I want cash back. Y'all know how it is. We definitely want cash back at that register. You know what I'm saying? And we don't care how you giving us our bread. Just give us our bread back. Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Because we all on that grind to get at the ones, however, or that energy. It's about what you putting that energy towards, though. Make it make sense. And it's not a grind if it don't make sense. When I'm in there talking about the OT trips to Watertown, those is real life experiences. These bars is definitely all real life experiences. It ain't no cap in there. It ain't no made up animation just to sound cool way. My man's to tell you, even out there, when we go out there and hustle, you know what I mean? Thankful that we made it back. I made it back safe for the OT flip. You know what I mean? As many times as we went out there. However, my thing out always, they'll tell you. I'll be like, yo, man, let's invest in something. Like, yo, man, let's put our money together. I'm that one that was always talking mad shit. Like, man, how we getting money and we ain't putting no money together on nothing? Real talk. Shout out to my men that's out there right now. You know what I mean? It's people that's still out there that have built relationships that I know. You know, shout out to y'all. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? So it always has to make sense. Make the grind make sense. You know, we started out, we see in the intro, break me off a piece. We start talking about crown me king. Okay, crown you king. Okay, make your grind make sense then. And what I'm saying in that campaign is if I'm running for president, like Eric B for president from where I came is, these are a bunch of the things I did, just to let you know. Hey, yo, man, I done sold music. I done sold DVDs. Yeah. I done, you know, in the plaza, I done did all these things.
Ain't no shame in that game, man.
All of these different things. Shout out to Media Movement, Bakmu. You know what it's hitting for. He is aware, he is around. He's seen me in action. From the block to the transition to DVDs and CDs and green and in the trenches. In one of the wildest spaces in the rock right now. However, the goal, even in them spaces, is always to make it make sense, not just to no flash and no shine. You know? So shout out to my man who made the beat. You see him riding with me, Young H. H is my man who passed. Rest in power, H. H Boogie passed maybe a year or two, a couple, you know, maybe about 4 years now, right? However, his son made the beat, and I had to make sure I keep him with me. You know, that's my dude. I'm gonna make sure I give him the best advice as I can, as his father would, because his father was a phenomenal man and still is a phenomenal man. And if anybody looks up my old video, his father's in the video with me. I got an old video that I don't even promote no more because it's a different type of mind frame. But you look up some of my old videos, man. There's a guy in there with a car, and I'm chilling with him.
Yeah,
and that's his pops, basically. Now it's just phenomenal for me to be with his son, just like I was with his dad in one of my music videos, and his son made the beat. So it's always about the give back and doing work on multiple levels. I didn't want to just do a beat. I told his son, like, listen, I'm gonna do something off your beat because of who you are, and give you inspiration to continue to do more.
Right, beautiful.
Making it make sense.
Putting that work in. That's putting that work in, people. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Have to.
Man.
Have to.
Man, that I'm a grinder. Like my wife is a hustler. I'm a grinder. You know what I'm saying? So that grind part is important because you can hustle all you want, right? But if you don't have the fortitude to stick with that hustle, which is the grind part, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Then you're not gonna get, like, you put the corn on the jaw, you gotta grind it until it's dust so you can make the meal. You know what I'm saying? You can eat the other corn like that, you know what I'm saying? You could do that, but if you grind it, you can get more out of it. And you know, if it don't grind, it don't make sense. It's brilliant, man. It's brilliant. I love that. You know what I'm saying? And I love the fact that you, again, keeping the family element there, bringing forward, taking the old, linking it with the new, pushing and gassing up the new, so that they can drive forward and bring us forward with that. And you give it. These are lessons that when the children hear this and they grow up listening to this, when the shit is getting hard, they're gonna sing this to themselves. Ain't no grind, don't make sense. So I'm gonna go get this money, not just this colonial money, but the real currency. You know what I mean? Back and forth. That current currency, that flow of energy. You know what I mean? That's the sense and sensibilities that I took from it. You know what I'm saying? That was for me. You know what I mean? So I love that, man. That track is dope. And like I
all
said,
of the people, man. Shout out to the Plaza, man, because look, I'm gonna keep it a stack. I never was about treating nobody weird or unfair. You know what I'm saying? From the fiends or people who have hard times. Like you go around there, they love me to this day. And it's always about relationship building and community building, even in the space of the grind, making it make sense. You know, that makes sense. The currency of people, that's the currency, the current, the energy, the current that when we unify that energy, and that makes sense, more sense than the financial aspect. Okay, connecting. So, Zalu, Asakola Segi Sham Sincere. She aware too. Shout out to her too. You know, shout out to she know. Matter of fact, to keep it a stack with you, just the rest in power, my man Soup. You know, rest in power Soup. And it ain't no grind if it don't make sense. It's a spot where I say, I used to get the water from Water Town. And then I flipped the order of agua, he watered down. Waters is a nickname for my man Soup. You know what I mean? Rest in power. He used to always look out for me and make sure I had enough of whatever I wanted. You know what I mean? To go get the bag. We miss him. We love him. That was her dude, her husband. And the reason why me and her are so connected to this day. So like I said, these are real life experiences within the music. And sincere. It's just not talk. That's my boy. Yeah, Big Agua. That's what I call him. And his name was Waters because he could hoop. Real talk. Water from outside the rim. All right. Yeah, man. So what's the next track? The next track.
So that's track 2.
Well, track 3 number on the track, but yeah, that's track the next track after that.
Okay. Yeah, here we go. Bring it on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. After that, we going into
because should be on this.
It's phenomenal. The journey. Stay on the journey with us, y'all. We on this journey right now.
People deserve. Where was AutoZone at the time when Philando Castile was shot in a car, which is what they actually represent? Where were they? So if you are not coming to the people's defense, then don't challenge us when young people and other people who are frustrated and instigated by the people you pay. You are paying instigators to be among our people out there, throwing rocks, breaking windows, and burning down buildings. And so young people are responding to that. They are enraged, and there's an easy way to stop it. Arrest the cops, charge the cops, charge all the cops, not just some of them, not just here in Minneapolis, charge them in every city across America where our people are being murdered. Charge them everywhere. That's the bottom line. Charge the cops. Do your job. Do what you say this country is supposed to be about, the land of the free for all. It has not been free for black people, and we are tired. Don't talk to us about looting. Y'all are the looters. America has looted black people. America looted the Native Americans when they first came here. So looting is what you do. We learned it from you. We learned violence from you. We learned violence from you. The violence was what we learned from you. So if you want us to do better, then damn it, you do better. You do better. You do better. So we shutting
Stiggz Stigalo.
Down their businesses and buying back the block. And let's open our own business so we'll have some place to shop. Start investing in ourselves is what we do, cause they do not. So we shutting down their businesses and buying back the block. Yeah, we shutting down their businesses and buying back the block. Every hustler that could hustle, start investing in your spot. Don't you see these vacant houses and you see these vacant lots? So we shutting down their businesses and buying back the block. Yeah, we buying back the block. My brothers buying back the block. Sisters buying back the block, my sisters buying back the block. Don't you see these vacant houses and you see these vacant lots? So we shutting down their businesses and buying back the block. Yeah, we buying back the block, my OGs buying back the block. Youngins buying back the block, my youngins buying back the block. Start investing in yourselves is what we do, cause they do not. So we shutting down their businesses and buying back the block. If we gon' get this cash and chop, this bullshit's got to stop. All this his beef, her beef, this and that, man, let's just get some guap. Dodging SWAT and got the digi, really, let's invest the stock. I suggest we cash some checks, it's really just a building block. See my circles talking cheese and bread and dough like pizza box. So let's get some cheese and bread and dough for our own pizza shop. And we never needin' your fast food when auntie making plates. Cause that's fish and fries, you get 2 sides of drink and slice of cake. The mechanic shop, the barber shop, the hair and nail salon. On the corner store or grocery store, let's get some season farm. Cause for summertime when school let out, we started up a julep house. Then we passed it to the kids to show them what this bit is about. Used to grind the tubers out the Buick with the music clout. Now he with the wife and kids to show you what them Jews about. 10%, $100,000 is just stacks. So all you need is $10,000 to buy a house for 100 racks. Wait, all you need is $10,000 to buy a house for 100 racks. Yup, all you need is $10,000. Think of that with your income tax. Shutting down their businesses and buying back the block. And let's open our own business so we'll have some place to shop. Start investing in ourselves is what we do, cause they do not. So we shutting down their businesses and buying back the block. Yeah, we shutting down their businesses and buying back the block. Every hustler that could hustle, start investing in your spot. Don't you see these vacant houses and you see these vacant lots? So we shutting down their businesses and buying back the block. Yeah, if you getting money, stop buying back the neighborhood. Buy up these houses, these empty lots. Stop buying buildings, opening businesses. Stop buying land, property. You know what I'm saying? If you want to multiply your choppy, I don't care how you getting your bread. Shout out to my peoples up at Be Healthy. You know what I mean? Why we ain't got no black grocery stores?
DJ Nani Nan.
Hell yeah, get your ass down. I got too much shit to do. I can't die. Listen, if I die, that's gonna fuck my whole week up. I got mad shit.
What has America done for
Stiggz Stigalo.
nothing? Oh, Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to give her poor dog a bone. I lied. She gave the dog a steak and gave the bones to meat rolls. Backbones, pink feet, ham hocks, chitlins, guts. Made us gut eaters, whiskey consumers, soap users, Uncle Tom niggas. That's what America done for me. Made me a robot, a Frankenstein, a puppet. What has America done for me? Nothing. What made me a zombie? Integration, segregation, immunization, masturbation, frustration, and complete annihilation. If you are seeking a first education, we are taught to hate ourselves. America, America. Why did you bring us to America? America. Why? America, America. Why did you bring us to America? America. Why did you bring us here?
I'm on the block that the streets is on. Sidewalk with the Cheech and Chong. The beats is on, shrine work in the Orisha song. 2 socks with my sneakers on. Got my sneakers on. Tupac when the beef is on. No meat, now the beef is gone. Get my vegan on. 1 leaf to the leaf is gone. Puff to the reef is gone. I'm on the block that the streets is on. Sidewalk with the Cheech and Chong. The beats is on, shrine work in the Orisha song. 2 socks with my sneakers on. Tupac when the beef is on. No meat, now the beef is gone. Get my vegan on. 1 leaf to the leaf is gone. Puff to the reef is gone. Book of life, get my reading on. Bible, please let me read along. What's the reason on? Copy shells, I can read a song. Hold your hand, I can read your palm. I play the game like the season on. Sounds on with the season on. I put the season on. Salmon, rice and peas on. Vegan cheese, we don't need Dijon. The cross and the pants and the greases on. We gon' up a bacon with degrees beyond. I'm an alkaline mind, Dr. CB's on. With a plant-based diet to disease is gone. What degrees we on? Is we buying back the hood with the cheese we on? Is we building businesses with the G's we on? Or is we paying back the banks for their fees and loans? What degrees we on? Come on, black man, what degrees we on? When we were 16 before we leave the home, we used to study 120. What degrees you on? What degrees you on? Come on, black college, what degrees we on? The college education with the fees and loans, and my people still struggling to feed their homes. Type of page we on. We can eat it up a piece of beef filet mignon. See, I got apple seeds for the way we on. If we planting apple trees, they can way beyond. Pastry, get my bakery on. We can eat it up a piece of beef filet mignon. Talking cake bread, though, we get our plaything on. In the kitchen all night to get our day thing on. We get our day thing on. Now what you gon' eat when the cream is gone? Get your seeds out the stream, get your raising on. Sheets, I'ma die black, get my Beijing on. Every day, not a day be on. Am I everywhere about what day be on? So keep your Bible close and hold lake Quran. It's the same book of life to build slavery on. I'm on the block that the streets is on. Sidewalk with the Cheech and Chong. The beats is on. Shrine work in the Orisha song. 2 socks with my sneakers on. Got my sneakers on. Tupac when the beef is on. No meat, now the beef is gone. Get my vegan on. 1 leaf to the leaf is gone. Puff to the reef is gone. I'm on the block that the streets is on. Sidewalk with the Cheech and Chong. The beats is on. Shrine work in the Orisha song. 2 socks with my sneakers on. Got my sneakers on. Tupac when the beef is on. No meat, now the beef is gone. Get my vegan on. 1 leaf to the leaf is gone. Puff to the reef is gone.
Stiggz Stigalo.
Music is America's second largest export industry. America makes more money off music than almost everything else that it makes. So they have to control the content and the intent of that music. Because music can wake up people up in 24 hours.
Stiggz Stigalo.
Okay, I just wanted to get y'all together. All right, so check this out. I'm gonna do something called Wake 'em Up. So when I point to y'all, I want y'all to say, Wake 'em up. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Wake 'em up. 1, 2, 3. Wake 'em up. Louder though. 1, 2, 3. Wake 'em up. Louder. 1, 2, 3. Wake 'em up. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so check it out. My ancestors told me time to wake 'em up. I told my queen, put on the crown, sister. Wake 'em up. I told my brother, you's a king, I'ma wake 'em up. You know the children are the future, I'ma wake 'em up. Let's bring the family back together, I'ma wake 'em up. If you're making money, make it better, I'ma wake 'em up. Who got my back or like whatever, time to wake 'em up. And if you're with me, I'm saying whatever.
My ancestors told me time to wake 'em up. I told my queen, put on your crown, sister, wake 'em up. I told my brother, you's a king, I'ma wake 'em up. You know the children are the future, time to wake 'em up. Let's bring the family back together, I'ma wake 'em up. You're making money, make it better, time to wake 'em up. Who got my back, I'm like whatever, I'ma wake 'em up. Now let us say these words together, I'ma wake 'em up. The oracle told me I do something great. Some are real, some are fake, so some you cannot escape. Some will hate, when some is great, so some will salt in the lake. Some assaults may take place, I came to summon the great. You seen the Warners levy break and think we can't levitate? My granny couldn't read and write, you think she can't educate? Cause the graham crackers from granny was a snack that we ate. Yellow cake with chocolate frosting was my favorite she made. That's a fact, at age 8, circle twice, figure 8. Action figures to figure out the fact we cannot escape. The 8 balls of the ace, the way the law legislates. Medicaid, don't medicate, they want the flu vaccinate. Now let the fact resonate, with residue on the plate. When rent is due and it's late, and when it's through section 8. Then imagine your mental state, no money to generate enough dimes for the dinner plate. Who wants to celebrate? Wait. My ancestors told me time to wake him up. I told my queen, put on the crown, sister, wake him up. I told my brother, you's a king, I'ma wake him up. You know the children are the future, time to wake them up. Let's bring the family back together, I'ma wake them up. You're making money, make it better, time to wake them up. Who got my back, I'm like whatever, I'ma wake them up. Now let us say these words together, I'ma wake them up. I'ma hug and kiss my mother when I walk in the house. I'ma hug and kiss my father when I walk in the house. I'ma hug and kiss my brother when I walk in the house. I'ma hug and kiss my sister when I walk in the house. No doubt, the family's back, my auntie been looking out. We used to spend like every weekend at my cousin them house. We on the floor, we on the bed, we on the living room couch. Two at the foot, two at the head, a few or more scattered about. We been in, we been out, we all been through in and out. Mama locking the screen door like ain't no more in and outs. Either in or you out, now you can choose your own route. But ain't gonna be no back and forth and back, now be out. Plus your friends, we all ate from the same fucking plate. Same knife, same spoon, same cup full of drink. Let's pull our money together, let's invest in the bank. Let's buy up the neighborhood, do all the said that we can't. My ancestors told me time to wake him up. I told my queen, put on your crown, sister, wake him up. I told my brother, you's a king, I'ma wake him up. You know the children are the future, time to wake them up. Let's bring the family back together, I'ma wake them up. You're making money, make it better, time to wake them up. Who got my back, I'm like whatever, I'ma wake them up. Now let us say these words together, I'ma wake them up. Stiggz Stigalo, aka Stigalo Swag Mode. EP Enterprise. Rap Entertainment, Manny Green, I see you. Brethren, Blue, Sham Sincere, Black Dot, Kokai Double. Special. My mind's right. 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 Had to buck 'em down with my 9mm. My mind's right. 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 Had to buck 'em down with my 9mm. Fine. If we gon' grind, let's grind. I'm 9 tenths, 9 dimes, 10 cents, 9 times. If 10 cent times 9's 90% in dimes, then I'm fighting against the 10% controlling your mind. Yeah, I'm fighting against the 9 to 5, controlling your time. Fighting crime, fighting the Pope and I'm patrolling our kind. That's a 9. Asking for mine, you must be asking for 9. As for mine, no, that's a sign, can pass a 6 for a 9. That's a 6, no, that's a 9. You see the shape and design is the same, but the value changes if you flip it one time. I'll explain. The value changes if you flip it one time with exact shape and design. You call a 6 or a 9. 69. The cancer sign is yin, you ain't redefined. Out of 10, I'm at a 9. I'm 6 and 6, better 9. Okay, 999 and plus to a key, a 999 plus a buck from a G. Right angle, 90 degrees for like the 90s to me. 89 and the 93, we gon' gas it and dry the beat. See the circle ringing in G's, current coil. For energy, current coil. For DNA, a 9 volt in the battery. 9 lives, 9 lives, 9 pilots divide. Take a square with 4 sides with 9 boxes inside. Let's call it tic-tac-toe. X and O's, no actual lead. 3 months for 30 days, be a 90-day guarantee. A state of emergency, in a state of emergency. 911, a 911, no denying the urgency currently. For currency, some music, 9 to pay rent. Keep it 100, like $99.99. 9 tenths, dressed to the 9 in my size 9 shoes. On my wave, like a 1980s breakdance move. On my grind, dressed to the 9 in my size 9 shoes. On my wave, like a 1980s breakdance dude. My mind's right. 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 Had to buck 'em down with my 9mm. My mind's right. 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 Had to buck 'em down with my 9mm. Wa-da-da-dang, wa-da-da-da-dang, eh. Wa-da-da-dang, wa-da-da-da-dang, eh. Wa-da-da-dang, wa-da-da-da-dang, eh. Wa-da-da-dang, wa-da-da-da-dang.
hearing it for the first time on the I Can't Live Without My radio show, Looking My Way by Lanaya Taylor.
Ooh yeah, yeah, ooh yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody looking my way, they do not see me for me. Everybody looking my way, they do not see me for me. Everybody looking my way, they do not see me for me. Everybody looking my way, everybody looking my way, everybody looking my way, they do not see me for me. Everybody looking my way, they do not see me for me. Everybody looking my way, they do not see me for me. Everybody looking my way, everybody looking my way. We all got 100 excuses when it's the back on the line and you losing. Picking and choosing, don't know no snoozing. I'm a beast, don't know no bruising. Maybe mentally, not physically. I am the one who you aim to be. Dodging darts in that same degree. Y'all really be bringing the fame to me. Some of y'all glitches are fake. I don't need friends, they get in the way. The way of my money, the way of my time, the way that I grind, there's no more to say. No, I did not come to play. She liking the way that I sway. He liking the way that I'm rocking. I'ma make sure they know to obey. Everybody looking my way, they do not see me for me. Everybody looking my way, they do not see me for me. Everybody looking my way, they do not see me for me. Everybody looking my way, everybody looking my way. Walk up on the scene, they say hold up, I rewind it. Walk up on the scene, they say hold up, now they blinded. Yeah, keep in mind that always first, never second, like a side chick. Better get your mind checked, yeah. This is how they made me. Class with a little bit of crazy, like Madonna from the 80s. I don't care what y'all say, please stay in your place. Make sure to stay in your lane. You not a queen, you not a boss. You could get lost, you is a lame, yeah. Everybody looking my way, they do not see me for me. Everybody looking my way, they do not see me for me. Everybody looking my way, they do not see me for me. Everybody looking my way, everybody looking my way, everybody looking my way, they do not see me for me. Everybody looking my way, they do not see me for me. Everybody looking my way, they do not see me for me. Everybody looking my way, everybody looking my way.
Yes, yes, yes. Orisha Street Hop in the morning. Rat. You've just been blacktivated. I'm your host, Stiggz Stigalo, aka Stigalo Swag Mode. Fundayo, Ade Wale, the crown comes home. Morals bring me joy. We are here for another phenomenal show. We are talking about my project, Jack. We playing videos from it. I got Sunday Great in the building. They asking phenomenal questions. Hey, hit the Cash App, $Stigalo1. Let's go. Hey, that's a lot to unpack right there. Let's go. Shout out to Knowledgeborn. I'm excited. Anytime I see my video, I ain't gonna front. I get extra. You know, that gave me that juice, man.
Yeah.
Real talk.
There was a bunch of songs in there. Matter of fact, wait, say that again. $Stiggz Stigalo1. $Stiggz Stigalo1.
Yep, $Stigalo1. Yep, $.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep, $Stigalo1. It's right across the bottom of the screen.
You see it? This is important, people. We need your support, not just with your ears and you're paying attention, but we also need you to throw $1 in. You know what I'm saying? Throw $1 in. What's $1 gonna cost you? But you know what I mean? And are you trying to say that you're not enjoying this? It deserves $1? Come on, my people. And especially today. Today is collective work responsibility. You understand? Ooh, so we collectively making this work. And there's a responsibility so that we can continue to do this on this platform, this particular show, our correspondent show tomorrow evening, you know what I'm saying? But this is what we're doing. The Ngusu Saba run all year around here. And today, it ain't Tuesday. Right. Nah, it's collective work and responsibility day. Let's not forget that. So you hit the brother's jaw, see him with something. Make sure that, you know what I mean, we can keep rock and rolling. All right, bro. Those last songs, man, woo, man. I love it, man. Shout out to Knowledgeborn through the Knowledge Radio. Yeah.
You see him?
We've seen a couple of them before, but the aspect of what you're putting in and how the work you've been putting in and the journey, it leads to where you're going, and you're leading them and taking them with you everywhere you go. You had made a mention that, you know what I mean, there was other projects before that you wrote now, and I get that, you know what I'm saying? I was this way, I'm this way, I mean, however, I'm seeing your journey, I mean, as you follow through, and I appreciate of it. So,
right, no doubt.
Give me two, because I've seen a lot of numbers going on here. Use a number, man. You got numbers going on, right? So, what is the 3333? What's that? What part of that is in there? I told you I'm gonna come back. What is that?
Okay, yep. Check this out. Before I get there though, because it's gonna make sense when I get there.
Okay.
So just to go through the songs we play. All right. So we had It Ain't No Grind If It Don't Make Sense. So my thought pattern next was what makes sense? What does it look like? What is the manifestation of making sense if it's from a grind aspect? And shout out to Shabaka Moore because we were listening to PE one day, and that gave the inspiration on the style of song I did with the intro of Buying Back the Block. You know, it's very reminiscent of that PE project. This the same guy that brought you. Yeah. The same guy. You know what I mean?
You know, when I heard that, I was like, "Oh, did he do that?"
Right.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. Shout out to Bachmo and shout out to PE. You know what I mean? So from that, shout out to Bible Kokai. The next thing is The Streets is on. You know, I keep spirituality in there. I'm on the block that The Streets is on, sidewalk with the Cheech and Chong, the beats is on, shrine work and Orisha songs, tube socks and my sneakers on, with my sneakers on. Tupac when the beef is on, no meat, now the beef is gone, get my vegan on, one leaf to the leaf is gone, puff to the reef is gone, to the reef is gone. Book of Life. Can I read along? Bible, please let me read along. What's the reason on? Cowrie shells, I could read a song. Hold your hand, I could read your palm. I play the game like the season on. Anyway.
No. Hey. Yeah, bars beyond bars for those who have the scars. You know what I mean? It's the healing. Bars beyond bars for those who have scars, because you bring in the healing. You bring in direction. You ain't just talking about it. You showing it and giving them the path, my brother.
Yeah, so it's just about the street, you know, reach the street, hop the street, the frequency of reaching there, and talking to my godfather sitting on his mat, you know, just literally sitting on the mat, getting a reading done with the shells, you know, me asking questions, what's the reason, you know, what's going on, you know, and in our culture, Odus are songs for those who know, you know. I could read a song, hold your hand, I could, through you throwing these cowrie shells for you through these Odus, which are songs, which are prayers, we get answers and connection from our ancestors, and me having that conversation with my godfather, and then going through what we're talking about of, okay, we're talking about doing antidote, spiritual work, healing, fighting back. What are some of the things? Okay, let me pull back. What are we doing with our money? You know, you putting it in the bank, you know, but is you putting all your profits in fees and loans? Is you giving back that? You know what I mean? Going to, hey, yo, when we were youthful and we were into mathematics, it was cool to be smart. It was cool to be, little do we know it. And when you were out there asking somebody do the knowledge for the day and all that, you're building in ciphers. It was cool to study your 120 before you left your home. We talk about college education. A lot of people that I know who went to school, not just I know, you know, a bunch of, they have it set up to where they put some person in so much debt coming out of school that it make it a challenge to really come up. You know what I mean? So that's what I go into the streets is on, like, yo, I'm putting the streets on to this wave of like, look, identifying the problem and seeing what we're going to do about it. Literally, like, what are we going to do about it? Don't listen. We can't eat at Applebee's and act like we doing it. You know what I mean? We're gonna plant these seeds. And you know, one of my super favorite bars. Hey man, keep your Bible quotes and Holy Quran. You know, the same book of lies that built slavery on. You know, we are breaking the chains. You know.
Can you say that one more time, brother? Hey. I didn't hear you.
And it go like this. And every day, not a day beyond. And my every word about what day beyond. So keep your Bible quotes and Holy Quran. It's the same book of lies that built slavery on. You know, as a testament to tap into African culture and African spirituality and this African mind state centered, you know, to bring that to the forefront. So that through divination and sitting with my Bible, that inspired The Streets Is On. And the next track after that is Wake 'Em Up. We antidote driven. We antidote driven. Okay, we identifying the problem on the surface level. The streets is on. We can't have this mindset, you know, get outrageous, you know, get your seeds out the street and get your raising on. You know, all that's in the identifying and saying it. All right. So let's bring it home now. Let's bring it to the home front. Let's wake them up.
Right.
Which is probably one of my favorite songs on the project. Because again, these songs are personal and through life experiences. The intro to the track, shout out to Stiggz Stigalo, was recorded from when I was at the Sankofa conference and was able to perform. So the crowd that you hear is all live at the which is a conference that was every year. They have it every year. COVID slowed it up as far as being in person. However, look it up, Sankofa conference in DC, in Maryland. So that intro comes from me being able to perform there. And you also hear Dr. Umar Johnson speaking about how music can wake up people up in 24 hours and why the government put control on music in certain type of ways, you know? So here we are using our frequencies to wake them up because my ancestors told me time to wake them up. I told my queen, put it on your crown, sister, wake them up. I told my brother, use a king, I'm gonna wake them up. You know, the children are the future. I'm gonna wake them up. Let's bring the family back together. Time to wake them up. You're making money, make it better. Time to wake them up. Who got my back? I'm like, whatever. I'm gonna wake them up. Now let us say these words together. I'm gonna wake them up. You know, bringing family again. To make it personal.
Yeah, you said who got my? You said who got my back? Whatever. You know what I mean? And I take that as, you know what I'm saying? You say you got my back, but it don't matter even if you do it done. I'm going to do this work. I'm waking them up. That's
right.
So if you scared, go to church because that's where the scary people go. But over here, I'm putting in this work. That's what I heard. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but that's what I heard.
Right.
He said what he said.
That's right. And to keep it even more in depth and transparent, the first bars, like I said, these are all through so deep life experiences. When I got introduced to the culture of Ifa and had my first experience with to stay in the metaphysical world in a way that it was so direct, it was undeniable. There's a space where I'm crying, and I get into that another day. However, I'm in such a deep cry and deep in my dream though. Like the Matrix, I'm just in a deep cry, and all I kept saying was the oracle told me I was gonna do something great. The oracle told me I was gonna do something. I just kept boo-hoo crying. I couldn't even hardly breathe. I never even cried that hard in real life, right?
Wow.
And which is why I started the bars off with that in that track. You know, from I got those words literally from the dream. I pulled that out of the ether. You know, the oracle told me I'd do something great. Some are real, some are fake, and some you cannot escape. Some will hate when some is great. So some are salt in the lake. Some assaults might take place. I came to summon the great. You seen New Orleans levee break and think we can't levitate? My granny couldn't read and write. You think she can't educate?
You couldn't educate? What?
Huh? You think she can't? Because the graham crackers from Granny was the snack that we ate. Yellow cake with chocolate frosting was my favorite she make. Shout out to my grandma, rest in powers. That we taught that at Gungun. You know what I mean? And the teachings. You know, you think, hey man, just because the person quote unquote can't read and write under this Western civilization style don't mean ain't no education going on and no teaching.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, keep going, keep going. Don't stop. Keep going.
Okay, I got you. Because the graham crackers from Granny was the snack that we ate. Yellow cake with chocolate frosted was my favorite she made. That's a fact. At age 8, circle twice, figure 8. Action figures to figure out the fact we cannot escape the 8 balls or the apes. The way the law legislates. Medicaid don't medicate, and they want to flu vaccinate. Now let that fact resonate with residue on the plate. When rent is due and it's late, and rent is through Section 8, then imagine your mental state. No money to generate enough dimes for the dinner plate. Who wants to? You know me. Okay, let me just start right there.
So wait. Let me break on this, because not only are they like solid bars, right? But they're also directional tools. I mean, they're also directional tools. Everything that you've been saying, if y'all been paying attention, he's been giving you the path. Even like the path is there. He's taking that broom, wiping it off, wiping off the dust, wiping off the leaves, wiping off, even the trees that fell down on that path. He moving it with magic of his ancestors, and he's telling you, he told me to tell you this, and I'm gonna do my job. This is a conviction that I hear that is lacking in the sounds of a lot of artists. You know what I'm saying? Even conscious artists. Like conscious, I can hear it in conscious artists. They read something, but the conviction to really be solidified in multiple solutions for one cause is not there. And you're there. You said get their money up, get their current currency right. You said take care of health. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no more beef. You know what I mean? I hear all of this. You know what I'm saying? You're dealing with the natural situation. You know what I'm saying? And you bring it in, incorporating words and word sound power from other individuals who are the same like mine, which tells like an artist like myself or a person like myself, we are not alone. You are not alone.
That's right.
We're here as a conglomerate. And you mean I'm going to be here for a minute because I'm on a mission. And that's what we heard in the joint. You know what I mean? We heard that. So, you know what I mean? Finish off.
Wake them up.
Yeah. So with the wake them up, and then after the wake them up, that's when you have, you know what I mean, the young queen come in and she's rocking.
Actually, what after that comes 9. Before I leave that,
okay,
it's an important part. Another important part of and wake them up that I got to point out. Aside from my grandmother and the dream part, another part that I love, that I'm interested in people really getting home, is in the second verse I started out with, I'm gonna hug and kiss my mother when I walk in the house. I'm gonna hug and kiss my father when I walk in the house. I'm gonna hug and kiss my brother when I walk in the house. I'm gonna hug and kiss my sister when I walk in the house. No doubt the family's back. Okay?
Yeah.
The family is the first shrine. Your family. Okay, that's my point in that whole joint, is the love for your family and not being afraid to say it or express it. And literally, me, when I walk in the house, that's just what I do. Anytime I walk into my house, it's kisses and hugs, going around like I ain't seen them in years. You know,
right.
The expression of love. Don't be afraid to express it within the home. You know, and then another. What you gonna say?
No, I said it's a necessity. I'm just building with you. It's a necessity. Not even
it's a necessity.
It's a necessity
for growth and development. It's a necessity. And then reaching back to times of spending it every weekend at my auntie them house. You know, you know, two at the foot, two at the head, a few or more scattered about. We've been in, we've been out. We all been through in and outs. Mama locking the screen door like ain't no more in and outs. Either in or you out. Now you can choose your own route. But ain't gonna be no back and forth and back. Now be out. Plus your friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, them is jewels and all of that in and out. You know how they tell us. Y'all ain't gonna be running in and out all day. And you and your friends now. Now we ain't with that now.
we ain't gonna do all that now. We ain't gonna do all that. Flies in, nigga.
Let the flies in, man.
And,
hey, man. It be 90 degrees outside, man. We be drinking from the hot water hose, man. Look, man, because you know, you go in, you can't come back out. So just reinstilling the order of family and how important it is and digging back to them lessons, and then ending it with saying, hey man, let's do everything that they said we couldn't. Let's open a bank, let's put our money together, let's invest, let's do something together as a family. You know, as a family. So that's that wake them up. And after wake them up is 9. Me saying like, yo, I'm giving you the whole 9. I'm giving you the whole 9.
Before you get into that, I want y'all to recognize the God's wordplay. You know what I'm saying? This is genius level wordplay. Let me tell you why. He's taking the simple words or the words that you use every day. He's taking elements of everybody, mostly everybody that I know, you know what I'm saying, past. He inserted it in the rhymes and let you know I'm part of what you at. And then he told you what it is with the simplicity. You know what I'm saying? This is what it's doing, dumb down lyrics. You know what I'm saying? They're doing dumb down lyrics, not simple lyrics. They're not bringing the simplicity in, which is the genius of what they're doing. So what they should be doing. But I want to point out the genius, the gene in you I see, that is us. The genius in the wordplay that you utilize, you mean in your rhymes, to really impact the people from the heart up, from that middle chakra up.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful. So I not to cut you off, but I had to give you your machetes. I don't give out flowers. You don't need flowers. You machetes, niggas. So I give out machetes, and you get your machete for this one, because that is necessity. I mean, you cutting the head of the colonial regime. And so go ahead. You say you are 9, bringing the whole thing 9 together.
Yeah, we bringing 9 in. You know, so studying Dr. Francis Cresswell 9 areas of activity that we've been attacked on. I went to studying the science of 9 and getting deep into it and realizing 9 is not just it's not a number. It's actually geometry. We talk about shape. We're talking about that ether that is God's fingerprint that's in our waves. It's in the universe. It's in the ring of trees. It's everywhere. We're surrounded by the spiral of 9. You know, we not a number. Just if you look at it. If you look down on it and up on it, depends on whether it's going to be a 9 or a 6, depending on the angle. The side view, you can't really see what it is. All right.
Right.
So digging into that science, I'm like, all right, how can I express that in the track, and as well as get my bars off from an MC standpoint, and go into being able to lyrically express capabilities, you know, to go where I'm like, all right, some people might not get it in some areas. However, I'm really interested in flexing my pen skills. So that's where 9 come in, you know, and just to share some bars or even a video again. Okay. Oh, before I even in that, just to backtrack for 1 second, at the end of Wake 'Em Up, shout out to Oluremi Baba Kokai as well. Him and his daughter, they are singing that the African spiritual song in the end. And I keep the spirituality in there, you know, on the end of Wake 'Em Up. So even in 9, you see me opening up with my shrine. You see me at my warriors, at my mat, and my white, and my ancestor shrine as well. To bring in the 9, saying, okay, now we got our weapons. All right, y'all. We all lined up. We got our mission in order. We got things in order. We know we about these babies. We about getting our mind right. We about our health together. We had our mats. We got the army of the streets. We got our crowns on. Okay, we weaponized. Like, give me my mind spray. My 9 spray.
Mind spray.
My mind spray. Shout out to J. the Damager. Had to buck him down with my 9 millimeter. All of these things are my 9.
Yeah.
All of these are the 9.
Now it's born.
Right, let it be born. Yeah. You know, we take all of these is the 9. So now it's the strap up. That's what I'm like, okay, we got it, fine. If we gonna grind, let's grind. All right, we here now. I'm 9 tenths, 9 dimes. I'm 10 cents 9 times. If 10 cent times 9 is 90% in dimes, then I'm fighting against the 10% controlling your mind. Yeah, I'm fighting against the 9 to 5, controlling your time. Fighting crime, fighting the popo 9, patrolling our kind. Asinine, asking for mine, you must be asking for 9. As for mine, no, that's a sign. Can't pass a 6 for a 9. That's a 6? No, that's a 9. You see, the shape and design is the same, but the value changes if you flip it one time. I'll explain. The value changes if you flip it one time with the exact shape or design you call a 6 or a 9. 69, the Cancer sign, is yin and yang redefined. Out of 10, I'm at a 9. I'm 666 melon 9. You know, that's the formula for carbon. Yeah. So we bouncing and flipping the different aspects of 9. And through the whole track, I'm going to the how it's the circle ring in the tree. And literally saying these with our weapons, this is what we're doing. We fighting against the 9 to 5. I don't want my peoples having to be a slave at work all day. That's why we did wake them, buy back the block, you know, fighting against the police, shoot back, you know, fighting crime, you know, doing for our family, waking them up. So these are the weapons of 9, and that's why I did 9. Go back and check that video, man. I love that track as well. And the last track on there, which completes the project, is Looking My Way by my Muma Lanaya Taylor. Everybody look at my way, but they don't see me for me. It's very important for us to give it to the youth. When we talking about the antidote, which is the name of my project, it's so important to give it to the youth. It's not complete unless you could give it to the youth. Whatever you're doing, if you can't give it to the youth, then what's purpose does it have if you can't give it to those under you? So we got to be aware of what we're giving to our youth and passing on to them. And that's what made it 33 minutes and 33 seconds. When we put that last track on there and we looked at the readout, when I added my Muma track, it just came to me like, damn, I'm about to put my Muma track on there. And we dropped that last track on there and it ended at 33 minutes and 33 seconds. Literally. Long time. I didn't plan it. I didn't say in the beginning, this is going to be the name of the project. So when I saw that and we recognized that, I said, that's the name of the project. Frequency 3333, the antidote. Because it's not an antidote fully unless you could not only test it on yourself. However, once you test it on yourself, you're able to give it to the children and watch how it manifests. And when I listen to her lyrics on that track and I see how she's doing it, I'm like, yes, it's manifesting through you, Muma. It's manifesting through you. You're doing it.
Man, listen.
You know what I mean?
Touched beyond touch. You know, I'm feeling that all my soul. You know what I'm saying? Feeling that with 1 foot on the ground and up in the air. I'm feeling all that. After watching this, I know you feeling it. If you're not feeling it, you need to go get that. You need to go get that frequency 333. You need to download it. You need to listen to it. You need to play it. You need to bump them streams. You need to push it. You need to give it to your children. You need to give it to your homeboy. You need to give it to your girl. You need to give it to your dude. You need to, this is a necessity. You know what I'm saying? And he's going to give you what you want in it. He's giving you what you need and sprinkling it with what you want. You know what I'm saying? This is the artistic expression of genius. And I dare say, one of the best lyricists on the planet. When you
man, I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Simple things and put it out there, because I have a hard time making simple things and making it. I mean, taking a complex thing and making it simplified. You know what I'm saying? I like the complex shit. I'm an Aquarius. That's what I do. I mean, I don't really care if people get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? But when I watch artists like yourself, I know it's a possibility and it's inspiring. It's
No doubt.
inspiring. So
Well, that's dope because, hey, thank you for because I'm gonna just say this. I like the complex. I like all of that too. I really do. That's my favorite. That's like, you know, we are artists. Man, shout out to all the artists out there that are bringing culture conscious music, bars, lyrics, organic, because that's what inspires me. This is just one of the strategies of me thinking of ways to pipeline it to the people. However, we have to have artists that are doing it the most rawest way, that because that's where I get my inspiration from. Shout out to I Just, you know what I mean? He in the building. It's one of the artists that I interviewed him last week. The God, he never changed his sound. You know, as I was still developing, he was on his wave. That they just now getting on. You know what I mean?
Peace of God, war to the devil. Yes.
That's right. So that's to me, that's extremely important. And as for me to find ways to take all of these pieces to make it so people can digest it, you know, so we can give it to you, to the children, to everybody as an antidote. So that's why I named the antidote frequency 3333, because it's the cipher's totally complete once the youth have it, which my Muma has it, and she did that track, and I'm still pushing her to stay in the booth and write and things like that. Another thing, if you look at the video 9, in there, she's sitting in the Tesla. She's in there, right? She was shy at the time, you know, she was being shy. But if you slow it down and pause it, you'll see her inside the Tesla sitting there with me. I felt it was very important for her to experience the video shoot, see what it looked like when it comes out, see me working, to know the process of it. Like, it may look sweet on the camera part, however, you know, you might be cold for a minute, you might have to do some work, you know. There's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes of putting videos together and projects, and it's important that she understands how that goes, because that's one of the things she'll do, not only now, as well in the future, for her peers, older and younger, as well, as an antidote to us, to arm the youth with tools that the school ain't gonna give them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I sure do. I sure do. Hey, we're coming up on that 2-hour joint right now. You know what I'm saying? And we got through the whole thing. Everybody was paying attention. Make sure that you like this. Make sure that you comment. Make sure that you share this. Make sure you share the show. Make sure you share every show on Do the Knowledge Radio, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you all do that. Stiggz, before we go, I gotta leave before you do. But before I get out of here, let me get the signs to the name, God. Let me get the signs to the name. I mean, if they're gonna know, you gotta know where it come from and why it's like that and what it means to you.
Which one?
All, both.
Okay.
I want all the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so I'm Stiggz, no doubt, no question. So I'm Stiggz Stigalo, aka Stigalo Swag Mode. Stiggz come from, or Stigalo, depending on how you want to pronounce it. Stiggz, they used to call me Star, Small Star, your Big Dipper. That was always my MC name coming up.
I remember I just was saying that. He was saying that the whole time. So I was like, that's what he know, man. No doubt.
Yeah, that's right. So my name's Star. They always call me Small Star, your Big Dipper. And I remember having a rap where I said, you know, back in the day, you flip your name, you might say Stiggity Small, Stiggity. And one of my mans, L, just started, and my man Ja, who rest in power, they started just calling these Stiggity. Especially Ja, my rest in power. He used to always be like, Stiggity. You know what I mean? Stiggity. You know what I mean? But he was talking shit to me when he'd do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And my man L just like Stiggz and made it sound wavy. You know what I mean? So Stiggz literally started as Star, went to Stiggity just by being my man messing with me. And my man L just swagged it out with Stiggz, so I stuck with it. Stigalo just flowed. You know, as far as, you know, doubling up Stiggz Stigalo, just to show just the balance of just a wavy sound, you know.
Just the way.
Yep, just put the swag on it.
With the people, John, you know what I'm saying? You giving it to him, you know what I'm saying? You giving it to him, you know what I'm saying? And you get your money for it. You know, that's how I saw it too. Like, Stigalo, is that from Deuce Bigelow? You mean
right?
What? You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Now this swag because if you look at it, I'm spelling my name twice. Stig twice.
Yeah.
Stig. You know what I mean? Just change a little ending on it.
Gotcha.
Which I'm gonna have to do the science on it and really get into how that came about as far as what the meaning is, because I'm definitely looking at it as some balance with changing up, flipping it both ways. But it just literally came from my men's and them messing with me. With me. I put a little swag on it. And I'm also known as Efundayo Adewale, which is my Yoruba name, as an Egungun priest, which comes from doing spiritual work to get the name. So that name was given me at the mat, which means morals come, the crown comes home, and morals bring me joy. Morals bring me joy, and the crown comes home is the name, is my other name that I have. So yeah.
Righteous. Pure righteousness. Thank you for allowing me.
Breaking up just a little bit, Baba.
All right, there we go in my back. Yeah. I was saying, thank you for, there you go, allowing me to interview in your show. My name is Son the Great, correspondent. Just for y'all, I'm on Wednesday night. I'm on tomorrow night, which most people consider Wednesday, which is really Ujama for this year. And you'll see me 9:30-ish around now, but you turn it on around 9:30. You know what I mean? Just leave it on. You got it. Also, check out, I sent a bunch of people a streaming situation. Stigalo is on that. I'm on that. A bunch of us are on that. We need y'all to go to that, play that. When you go to bed, turn it on. You ain't gotta turn it up. Let it rock and roll. That will help the streams and artists out there. Find out. Reach out to Stiggz Stigalo, reach out to myself, reach out to Do the Knowledge. You got that consciousness, you got that news thing going on. Yo, send it to us. We got things coming, especially for this show where I'm giving out $500 cash to the conscious as well as $500 in cash to the hood saucy artists as well. You know what I'm saying? Keep an eye out for all those things going. Salute to you, my brother. Keep rocking and rolling. This is probably going to be my last time on this week because when I wake up tomorrow, I'm going to be on one. And you know me, and tomorrow's my
happy Earth Day too, fam.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, my 30th again, man. I used to tell cats, I'm putting down some 50, then I'll be 30 till I'm 100. So I'm 30 again, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I'm rocking that. And I'm at a really good point in my life where I get to build with gods like yourself and be on shows like this and platforms like this. And I'm just, you know what I mean, dopely and utterly appreciative of all of that, brother. Maintain, y'all. Enjoy. As Stiggz takes you out, you know what I'm saying? I say, I'm here to do my duty. My duty has been done. And respect to the ancestors, give reverence to the ancestors, respect to those practitioners who are bringing you forward with the ancestors. And this shit ain't over till we win. And we gonna win. You understand? Overstand? We already won, because we won. Salute,
Baba.
I'm out.
That's right. 1 2 1 2. I'm your host, Stiggz Stigalo, aka Stigalo Swag Mode. Rap. You just been blacktivated. I'm also known as Efundayo. The crown comes home. Adewale, morals bring me joy. I appreciate everybody for tapping in. Please play the show back. We talked about my project, The Antidote, Frequency 3333. Look it up, check it out, play it. It's on all streaming platforms. Guaranteed you'll enjoy it. Play it for 21 days straight and change your life. Also hit the Cash App, Stigalo1, $Stigalo1. Appreciate all type of support, all financial support whatsoever. Shout out to my Muma, her video. Shout out to Egbe Eregun, Baba Kukai, Baba Obawa Jumi, and Meet Bakmu, Asakoli Segi Segi, Amen Pata. Everybody for tapping in, and we appreciate you. We'll be back tomorrow with another live show of Orisha Street Hop in the morning. Thank you. Salute. Peace. Odabo.